Hi everyone. Before we get into this week's episode, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who's been listening, sharing and sending messages about the podcast. It honestly means the world to us. We put a lot of time and effort into this, so hearing that you're really enjoying it just means so much. Now on to this week's episode, and I've got to say this was probably one of my favourite ones to record. We laughed so much during this chat, and I came off the recording with my face hurting and I was sweating from laughing so much. But just a little heads up, this one's definitely not one to play in front of their kids. So if you're in the car, if you got it on when you're doing the housework, you might want to just, switch it off and listen to it with your headphones in. For this one, we're joined by the amazing Anthony Young. He's a stand-up comedian who's been making audiences laugh for over 13 years. Anthony tells us all about how he got into comedy after a really tough time in his life, how humour and performing has been a surprising outlet for him. And from that point onwards, our conversation went wherever it went. And I've got to say, there were some surprising topics that I really didn't expect to cover. And I'm sure you'll be just as surprised when you listen to them as well. We did have some slight sound issues during this episode, but actually it really led to some funny moments. So I just left them in. There's very little editing went into this episode. And I think when you listen, you'll probably understand why. And I really didn't want to take those moments away because it really just added to the whole experience. It's funny, it's honest, and we laughed about the silliest of things, but I think that is what makes this episode so enjoyable. And Anthony can put a smile on anybody's face, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as me and Angela did. So grab yourself a cuppa, get comfy, and enjoy this week's episode with the hilarious Anthony Young. You're listening to Geordie Pride, Voices from the Northeast. I'm Hayley, and alongside my cousin Angela, we're thrilled to bring you the stories that share the heart and soul of the northeast of England. Each episode, we'll dive into the lives of extraordinary Geordies and those who call the northeast home, exploring their journeys and celebrating their achievements. From the town to the teas, from the arts to the sports fields, we're here to share the tales of passion, resilience, and of course, Geordie Pride. So whether you're from Whitley Bay or Washington, Gateshead or Gisborough, or you're just fascinated by the spirit of the Northeast, join us as we natter with the best the Northeast has to offer. Hi Anthony, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and your background in the Northeast to get us started?
Yeah, I'm Anthony Young. I've been doing stand-up comedy for the past 13 years, and I'm based in, it depends who I'm speaking to. If I'm speaking to locals, I say I'm from Burren, I'm from Newcastle. But if I'm speaking to posh southerners, I will tell them I'm from leafy Northumberland, not a shithole called Burren, an old mining village. But yeah, I've lived within 5 miles of my mum and dad's house all my life. And yeah, born in Ashington Hospital. So technically I'm a pit yakker. And then moved to Cramlington pretty much all my life, just outside of it.
Oh, fab. Yeah, we're Ashington girls, me and Angela, born and bred in Ashington. I only actually left Ashington 10 years ago. It's quite sad.
But we'll not need subtitles tonight then.
No, we'll all understand each other. Where you moved to if you're not in Ashington anymore?
I'm in West Yorkshire now, isn't that terrible?
Oh, that is, yeah, my wife's from Sheffield in Yorkshire. But she upgraded. She came here rather than me move down there because Sheffield's a shithole.
You've definitely done it the right way around.
Yeah.
I'm desperate to come back, but one day.
And I'm in posh Gosforth.
I'm literally working in Gosforth at the minute. I've been a full-time comic for 13 years, and then me and my wife separated a few months back, and I'm back living with my mum. And I was like, I've got to get a real job. And I'm doing loft conversions, which I've never done before, so that's stupid. But yeah, the people who can afford loft conversions live in Gosforth. So yeah, I'm working there at the moment.
Oh, I might need more subtitles here if you start talking posh, man.
Oh, go posh. It's only Geordie's listening to this. I forgot about that. They'll be like, what the f is this idiot on about? Yeah. I'm in Gossy.
Gossy,
But yeah, no, it's nice bait in Gossy, by the way. You're spoiled for choice up there. Pink Lane Bakery. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
mate, they've had half my wages offers. Half my wages offers. I'm on Monjaro, right? I've lost 8 stone since November, and I'm slowly putting it back on thanks to the pan au chocolat at Pink Lane Bakery. Unbelievable techers.
Oh, honestly, it's just around the road, like down the road from where I work. Jeez, honestly, the smell that comes out of it's amazing.
The gaffer's just always, because he's a good gaffer, so he buys the bait, and he's just like, you'll be working away, and he's like, want a Pink Lane? And it's like, yeah, I'm not going to say no. It's the nicest bakery I've ever been to. Then have you been to the Greek one across the road from there?
Oh,
there's a Greek bakery.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but unbelievable.
Unbelievable. The best sandwiches I've ever had. So yeah, Gosforth's just slowly piling the weight back on us. Started work at 11 stone, 13 pounds. I'm now 12.5 stone again. It's like, you need to settle that back down.
You're going to have to get yourself back on the Manjaro.
I'm still on it. Honestly, Gosforth's just wiping us out.
So what made you become a comedian then, Anne? Tell us the story then. That's got to be in a time where you've stood up and everyone's been heckling you and you thought, oh shit, I don't really want to do this.
I've died on my arse so many times. It's horrible. But I was at the Stand Comedy Club. It had just opened. Morbid side. I was really depressed at the time. I'd lost my grand. I was living at home by myself. I just felt as if I had no hope, no outlet. I'd came close to suicide a couple of times, and I was reading the paper. And the Stand Comedy Club had opened, and I started going on a Wednesday, Thursday, and a Saturday, 3 nights a week. And the Wednesday is Red Raw. It's new back night, and there was a comedian up there. I'll not name him because I'm not a dickhead, because he's still going. But he was dying on his arse, like really badly, and I was just staring into me pint dead awkwardly. And I said to me mate, I went, I can do that. And he went, well, do it then. And I'd had a drink, so I pulled Richie, the manager, and I went, how do I do this? And he gave us Eva's email. So I emailed the Stand, and she gave us 2 dates. My first ever gig, Simon Donald, who wrote The Viz, a local Northeast legend, he was on. Ben Crompton from Game of Thrones, he lives in the Northeast, he was on. He's also in 102 Dalmatians, my daughter loves him. And Kevin Bridges was headlining.
Oh, God.
My first ever gig. And I don't know the etiquette, I don't know shit. So I just walked up to Kevin Bridges and I was like, excuse me, mate, I'm just a massive fan. Can I have a photograph? And he went, only if you're funny. And I went, oh, shit. I went, it's my first ever gig. And he went, I'm sorry, you'll be fine. And I went out there and I got 3 applause breaks in my first 5 minutes. I smashed it. And when I come off, Kevin Bridges went, you get your photo. And I was like, yes. And I was just chasing that laugh ever since, and that's how I got into it. Then I got very fortunate. Local comedian Carl Hutchinson took us under his wing when I was dog shit, and he molded us and progressed us. And I've been called support act for 13 years. I've got to support Chris Ramsey. I've worked with Sarah Millican. It's been a hell of a ride over the 13 years. I've done Laugh for Kids with Jason Cook at the City Hall. He hasn't had us on at the fucking. What's the arena yet? I'm just putting that out there, dickhead. And I really want to do Sunday for Sammy. That's my dream. That is my dream. My dad, before he died, he had all the Sunday for Sammy DVDs. I fucking loved them. I grew up with Brendan Healy. I got to meet him before he passed. I've worked with his son Finn. But my dream is to do Sunday for Sammy. And I know Jason Cook books it. And I know he lives in Gosforth. I know really well he hasn't fucking booked us yet. Gosforth.
What's he thinking? Yeah, it's that Gosforth again.
He's a bastard is what he is. No, I love him. He's one of the nicest guys as well. But I've just not got to do Sunday for Sammy yet. That's my one dream is Sunday for Sammy.
Dream.
Well, hopefully they're listening.
Yeah.
Hopefully not. Actually, I've just called him a bastard. The worst thing is, my second day on the job in Gosforth, I looked up and he was walking his dog down the street. And I was like, what are the chances of this bumping into Jason Cook?
Whoa.
And I had a good bit chat, but part of us was just going, book us for Sunday for Sammy, you prick. But yeah, what happened there? Was that a robot? Stephen Hawkins has joined the chat.
I'm saying you should have just asked him just to book you, just see how we get us on.
I try to be you're right. You know what it is? Everyone loves that saying, don't the shy Ben's getting out.
Mm-hmm.
But weirdly, for a comedian, I am quite off stage, out of podcast environment. Like, I'm the kind of guy who just keeps my head down, and like I can get anxiety going to the Metro Centre. I remember speaking to the doctor because I had depression and anxiety. I've had it for like 18 years or so. And when I said to him I do stand-up comedy, he just looked us in the eyes and went, how? I was like, I don't know. It's a very different feeling. Speaking to 3,000 people at Newcastle City Hall, you don't see them. It's dark. You've got command of the stage. One-on-one in the street. Shit me pants. I hate it. I get awkward. So I was never going to say book us for Sunday for Sammy. But if you're listening, Jason, fucking book us.
So what do you think it is with is it like a form of acting, or is it like a mask you wear? Like how can you, like, because for me, like the thought of just doing that and standing up and trying to make people laugh, like my arse would fall out. It just feels horrible. Like, how do you manage it?
Before you go on, I always think, they're not going to find me funny here. Like I do jokes about my mom having a stroke on stage, and I'm like, this is going to be the time that they don't laugh. This is going to be the one time where they're like, nope, too far. And I genuinely shit myself before I go on. And then I get my first 3 or 4 laughs, and I'm like, oh no, I'm actually quite good at this. I forget about that. But I would say it's a mask. Like, it's just me turned up to 11. It's who I really want to be, is when I'm on stage. That's me at my best. The second I'm off stage, when like I support Carl at the Tyne Theatre and people come up, like, that's really good. I literally stare at the ground. I'm like, oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Like, it's so awkward. But put us on stage with that mask on, no fear at all. Absolutely none.
So, like, all your material and stuff, and is it like stuff that's actually happened?
Yeah.
Like,
So someone asked me that at the gig recently. They were like, I just hope every comedian's telling the truth. And I was like, well, every story I tell on stage, literally every story, is true. And I'll mix it up, and you know, you've got comedic license, but everything I say on stage is true. I've done jokes about my daughter being born, that her head was too big, so I had to have a C-section. Like, I talk about her being a fat-headed little child. My daughter calling me, so she went to see, she had a speech impediment, and we were at the park one day, and it was too busy. It was just after lockdown, and like, I didn't want to go in because it was busy, and I went to pull her away, and I went, no, darling, it's too busy. And at the top of her voice, she went to say, please though, but she couldn't say that, and she went, pedo. And I went, no, absolutely not, no. But then I made it worse because I started pulling her away from the park while she was shouting, please though, which is not how that was coming across to the other people at the park. And I had to just run with it. I had to then write that down, put it on stage. So yeah, I even got outed on Facebook for kicking me dog once, right? Disclaimer, I didn't kick me dog, right? But there was a Karen who seen us having an argument with Jasper, and she was like, you kicked your dog. And honestly, she took a photo of us. It got 800 shares. People are like, do you know this man? Like, I've got my Hezzy gear on my football team, and they were contacting the football club going, he kicks his dog. And I was like, holy, what do I do with this? So I wrote a 20-minute show about it. I was like, yeah, fuck it. And I've done this big whole thing about me kicking me dog. So yeah, 800. I didn't even kick him. I wish I had, because he was being a prick. But like, I honestly, little Cavapoo, I didn't want the dog, but I love him to bits. He's honestly, until I had him, I didn't know I could love anything that much. And I had a 6-year-old at the time. Like, he's a good boy.
It's all coming out now, isn't it?
Yeah, you've just got to write about it. It's all you can do. So every story I tell on stage is true. I'm in a documentary it's free on Facebook and YouTube now, called That's the Show, and it follows Carl Hutchinson on tour, and it's me, him, and Chris Ramsey being interviewed. And I tell the producer this story on camera, and Carl rang us up and he went, "You can't want that in the documentary, surely?" And I went, No, I'm happy with it. I'm fine with it. And he's like, it's the second bit that you can't. I was like, put it in. And it's the one bit of the documentary where people contact us and go, I fucking love that bit. So I worked in call centers because I'm from the Northeast with no qualifications. What else was I going to do? So I worked in them for like 10 years. And I was renowned for being on the sick because I hate work. So I'd used all my sick days. I'd already used swine flu. There was nothing else I could genuinely use, right? So I was sitting in the toilet on my phone, and I thought, I know. So I went back to my manager. I waddled up to the desk, right? And I just went, I've shit myself. They can't argue, can they? They're not going to say drop your trousers and show us, right? So I just went, I've shit myself. And she went, what? And I went, I pooed my pants. And she went, well, go home, right? So I waddled out the building because she had to sell it. And as I was going out the building, there was a security guard there. I'll not say his name because he was genuinely a horrible man. He was racist. He was sexist. He wasn't nice. And as I walked out the building, he went, where are you going? And I went, I've shit myself. So I went home. I had the weekend off for sickness and diarrhea, right? Because you have to milk it, don't you? So I went back on the Monday. Everyone in the call centre knew I'd shat myself, right? Everyone knew. Because Andy, the security guard, had told everyone. So I put a complaint in and I got him sacked, right? I was happy.
Win-win.
Hadn't even shat myself, got a man sacked. Couldn't be happier. And Hutchie's ringing us up going, you can't put that in the documentary. I was like, it's fucking going in.
Going in.
It's in there.
Brilliant.
He can't breathe.
Oh, you have to tell me like the worst heckle you've ever had, or probably the best heckle, where you've kind of come back on it.
Oh, you know what it is? I shit myself with heckles, like not literally, like in case Andy's watching. Christ, hey, you really do shit yourself all the time. I think the worst one I ever had was I was like 6 months into comedy. Me opening lengths, I was 20 stone. I was a big guy, and I look a lot like Johnny Vegas when I'm fat. So my opening joke was, "I know what you're thinking. I'm not Johnny Vegas, right?" And that was the opening line. It was shit, but it got us through my opening bits. And I was standing in Sunderland. Of course, it was fucking Sunderland. The old dun cow, teethless bastards. I hate them. Right. They're not going to be listening. They're not going to, like, who cares?
Exactly. They're not going to listen to a Geordie show.
So, I'll tell you what, though, the BBC Newcastle used me in a lot of clips just to get the Mackhams angry. And I'll be honest with you, fair play, because it fucking works. You could use it. If you want to get them angry, put this clip out. So I was about to speak at the Old Dun Cow, and the guy behind the bar, there was only 6 people in, and he worked there. And he went, "You better not mention that you look like Johnny Vegas." And I was just like, oh, it's me opening line. And like, I genuinely froze. I didn't know what to do. That's the worst heckle I've ever had. And it was by the bloke running the fucking gig. But I'm quite fortunate because I don't speak to the audience. I don't really get heckled, touch wood.
You've said it now.
Yeah, I'm working this weekend in Leeds as well. I bet I get fucking heckled off a stag do or something. You know what is? I'll tell you, there's a guy called Lincoln Rob from Lincoln, and his Twitter name is just Lincoln Rob. And whenever I go there, he tweets us, and he's genuinely a lovely person. So I'm doing Lincoln, I'm doing the Engine Shed and Lincoln supporting call, and he speaks up in the middle of the set, and I was like, "Is that Lincoln Rob?" And he went, "It is." I went, "Because of your name on Twitter, I think you're the only Rob in Lincoln. Like, I think you go to maternity wards, and like, if there's any babies named Rob, you kill them, just so you're the only Rob in Lincoln, right?" And then I stopped and I went, "Shit, Rob, I am so sorry. I've just accused you of killing babies for no reason whatsoever." And I was like, "Who are you here with?" And he went, "This is my son." And I went, "Is he called Rob?" And he went, "No." I went, "Yep, that was the first one." And like, I made a little neck breaking motion. And it was at that point I realized I can't speak to the audience. I'm too dark. My humor is disgusting. I've really got to write everything down because my mind just goes to the weirdest places. So yeah, I called a guy a baby killer on stage, and he tweets me once a year to remind me of it. Genuinely a nice bloke, got all the time in the world for Lincoln Rob, but accused him of killing babies on stage.
Well, I think you broke Anne. Oh God! Oh God, we're broken. Right, that's it. We're done.
It was a lovely podcast. Thanks very much for having us. I just think, is that not Geordie humour though? Like, it's the gallows humour.
Oh.
I think that's what I love most about the Northeast. The last 2 shows I've done have been about my dad dying of cancer, and the punchline I can't remember is my dad's death. And I think we've just got to make everything funny. And what really brought us home was today in the car. I'm driving with Joppa, the gaffer, and he's on the phone to his dad, and they're doing this stupid voice to each other, right? They're mimicking this YouTuber. So his phone goes, and he goes, what's your name? And his dad's like, it's Peter. He's like, hello, Peter. And they're having this back and forth, right? For about 4 minutes, it's shit. And then his dad goes, I want to get a pug, but I've got to wait for the budgie to die. Me nana won't let us. And then, no word of a lie, went, anyway, Sean, your mum's in hospital. Right? Out of fucking nowhere. He's done a stupid voice for 5 minutes. And then he's just went, your mum's in hospital?
Oh my God.
I couldn't fucking breathe. I couldn't laugh because then he's thinking I'm laughing at his wife being in hospital. It was just it's the most northeast thing I've ever seen. Just this stupid voice in there. Anyways, your mum's in hospital. It's gallstones, by the way, guys, just to let you know. Fucking. Then they just started doing that stupid voice again. I was just buckled, and I said to him, I says, I'm doing a podcast tonight, and I'm telling them, I was like, that's one of the funniest things that's ever happened to me.
I did halfway through that, I was thinking I shouldn't be laughing. Like, what if she's dead or something?
No, it's just gallstones. Don't worry about it. It's fixable. Operation on tablets, one of them.
There you go. Yeah, right though. Like, it is a complete northeast thing. Like, the worst things happening in my life would just like to laugh about it, because I'm like that. Like, something like if something awful is in my life, like I'll tend to try and make a joke out of it. But it is like, do you see that anywhere else, or do you think that is just like a northeast thing, like a pit kind of lifestyle?
I think it's our pit humour. I think that's what it is. I think the northeast, Christ, we had a load of tragedies, so I think you've just got to make light of it and get on with it. Like Jason Cook, who I slagged off earlier, he done a whole show about like his mum taking ill and stuff, and most shows you see, especially from northeast comics, will have that twisted tale about, like I say, my mum's had 3 strokes, and I'll be honest with you, I was buzzing when she had her third, because comedy comes in threes, and I needed that extra punchline. So. You know what I mean? You've got to make the jokes about it. And like, I pulled her and I was like, are you okay if I joke about you having strokes? And she was like, yeah, absolutely.
Go for it.
It's just one of them things. And I think when I joked about my dad dying, I remember being on stage and I got proper upset at the end but I thought this is what he'd want. He'd want us joking about him on stage. And yeah, I do. I think it is a northeast thing. I've not seen any of the southern comics do it, or Midland comics. I do think it's just us in the northeast that have got that sixth sense of humour, and I'm all for it.
Oh, we've definitely got that mind to be. We're canny bunch, you know. We're a canny bunch.
We are canny. That's, like I say, Ben Crompton said it when he moved up from Manchester. He was just like, people talk to you all the time up here. He's like, he's like, come in my house for a study. Come out. He's like, you're there 3 weeks. And like that stuck with us, because I thought Manchester was a friendly place, but even the Manx are like, no, Newcastle take the piss. We are ridiculously friendly. I do. I think that's probably one of the reasons I love it up here, for so many reasons. But that's one of them. I just think the fact that you can chat to people and be everyone's so personable, it's really nice.
Yeah. Here, everyone says the same.
Go again, Angela, before because you've done the robot thing.
Again, what's happening? What's going on? I'm saying every character that we have on here all say the same thing, that we're just like canny with everybody. What's going on?
Like a fucking Dalek.
Why? What's going on?
Like you're talking perfect, and then you just go robotic, like metallic. When the microphone, is it work? I just
God! Oh, shite with it.
That's it. Angela's done. She signed up.
Angela, I'll be honest, you might be able to afford a house in Gosforth, but you can't afford gold broadband. Jesus Christ.
All right. Are you okay now?
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Literally the only word we got there was, for fuck's sake. Brilliant.
That was perfect timing.
I'm saying it's all right at my end.
Yeah,
it's
I think
not.
It's
I think I should just go and come back.
Yeah, Do that. I'll keep
Give it a
going,
go.
and then we'll just cut this back. Like, come out and then come back in.
No,
and then
keep
see.
on. This would be just so fucking annoying for people listening. Keep it in.
See you, man.
This is much better than the podcast I do with my daughter. She's a dickhead. This is beautiful. Really enjoying this.
Yeah, you mentioned that. What do you do with her?
So we're just called the Anthony and Emma Young podcast, and it's literally her just slagging off our schoolmates for 30 minutes.
I'm back.
Oh, and you it's HD.
What did
better.
you do?
Is that better?
Much better.
Fabulous.
Right. Hopefully,
I need you to go back and say everything all over again.
Oh, fuck off.
Right, we're just talking about Anthony does a podcast with his little girl. So we're just talking about that.
I just basically, it's not a great podcast. It's just called the Anthony and Emma Young podcast. And the original premises was to get kids thinking behind things. So like, what do you want to be when you're older? Why do you want to be that? Like, what do you think of this? And we discussed racism. Like, there was loads going on originally. I was really enjoying it. And then it just turned into her slagging off our schoolmates for 30 minutes and loving it. And she was just like, and she's a bitch. And I was like, we can't say bitch on the podcast. And then like, we love ice hockey. And we watch an ice hockey show, and the guy goes like, give your balls a tug, eh? Because he's Canadian. And I said something once, and she just went, give your balls a tug, Dad. And I went, we can't say that on the podcast. That's getting fucking tugged out.
Especially given what you said before about pedo.
Exactly. At least I'm tugging my own balls, and it's not, never mind. Take that out. Take that clean out. But
oh god,
we've stopped for like the past 2 months or so because when me and my wife separated, all my daughter wanted to do was like, can I discuss you mum getting breaking up? And I was like, absolutely fucking not. I was like, no, you can't. And then I was like, what do you want to talk about? She's like, the fact I get 2 Christmases, I've got 2 dartboards and I'm buzzing. And I was like, there's that humour. There'd be a little bit of a gutted mummy and daddy's not together at the minute, and there's that little bit going, no, I've got 2 dartboards, I get 2 Christmases. Like, she's my child. Like,
yeah. I was going to say, it takes after her dad.
Plenty material.
she gives me plenty, to be fair. She tries to be funny, she's not. She takes after her mum in that sense. Christ, she didn't get my sense of humour. You know what it is? I'm sagging off Kate. She's been class, you know, because I know other comedians' wives don't do this, but whenever I was writing an hour show, Kate would sit on the couch with a pen and paper and write everything down. And then at the end go like, that's not funny. That's not funny. You can take that out. And like, she was genuinely brilliant with it. Like, she helped us so much. But Emma's jokes are absolutely dog shit. I mean, she's got a long time. She's only 9. She might get better. But, she's not funny at all. Bless her.
She might get better.
Hopefully. I mean, I was dog shit when I started. I'm not going to lie. I can't. Some of the jokes. I remember, like, one of the jokes I'd done was stolen, and I didn't even know it was a stolen joke, and I'd done it for months. My mate pretended he wrote it, and it was that stolen. There was a comedian who'd done it called Michael Redmond, and he was on Father Ted, played Father Stone. Joe Pasquale stole the joke off him and made it about himself. And then I think it was someone like Richard Herring, some really good comedian, then slagged off Joe Pasquale for nicking the joke. So the joke had been done a million times. And then I'm on stage going, I was having a wank the other day. And this woman came to the window and she went, get the fuck out my garden. So like, but like, it was so far stolen and nobody was fucking telling us. And it was a Manchester-based comedian, Alex Boardman, went, mate, stop doing that immediately. And I was like, okay. So I had to pull me mate, and he said, oh yeah, I stole it off like another website or something. I was like, you piece of shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was so bad when I started. I'm okay now. I'm getting there.
So if you wanted to have like a show with any comedian, like past or present or whatever, at a certain place, where would it be?
Billy Connolly, the godfather of comedy. I've still got his box sets upstairs, but I used to go to sleep every night watching a different Billy Connolly DVD. And when I got through all my DVDs, I'd start again at the start. And the one that I think stuck with us, and the way I tell my stories and my jokes about my daughter, and nobody will even remember the story. He just tells a story about being in an RV in America on holiday with his kids, and he's saying that he's doing all these amazing things, and he's building dragon's nests, and it's just the best time ever. And then he said to his kids at the end of this month traveling America, he's like, what was the best thing about the holiday? And they went, rainbow. And he went, what? And they went, rainbow. He went, it was a fucking videotape in the RV. He's like, they'd been watching Rainbow every night. He's like, and I spent all this time and money. And I remember just even being young, just laughing me tits off. And it was just his way of telling stories just influenced me so much. So I'd take Big in all day long. And if I had to do it anywhere, it would be the Stand Comedy Club, who gave us my first ever gig. So I would love to do that with him.
Billy Connie's amazing. I like Paul Smith as well. His humour's really like, it's quite like, oof, some of it you're like,
Paul's doing bits like, and he really tapped the market well. No one else had put them. Every clip you see on YouTube now is someone trying to do an audience interaction, trying to be Paul Smith. And Paul was just comparing, and I don't know how true this is, but compares always go, what's your name? What do you do for a living? Where you from? That's the standard joke. And someone got asked that in the crowd once, and he went, why are you doing Paul Smith's material? Like, and you don't know how true that is, but Paul absolutely cornered that market, and fair play to him for it. And I've only done about 2 or 3 gigs with Paul. But when you're on with them, you've got to be shit hot, because nobody's there to say you. Nobody gives a shit about you. They're there for Paul Smith. And fair play to the lad. He's doing fantastic. Jamie Hutchinson as well, by the way. If you get a chance, go on TikTok or whatever he's on. He is the biggest fucking lunatic I have ever met in my life. And I can't recommend his videos enough. He's brilliant.
Oh, I'll have to search him up. I can't place him.
Big Fat Ginger Lad does the Green Room podcast, the Hot Water podcast. It's, him and Tony, they do fantastic on that. There's loads of good comedians, like Scott Bennett, if you want to go and search another comedian. I love Scott Bennett. I once got accused of bumming Scott Bennett, because all I ever talk about how good he is. It got back to Scott, and he went, you're a very gentle lover.
We've been here good in your audience, Hans, would we?
I'll take you, to be honest. Like, if you can start the laughter and everyone else join in, that would be great. Because sometimes you do die, you do a joke, and you're like, you bastards. So you would be great. You get in there, you laugh at everything. I'd fucking love it. But I took my daughter to the gym the day she was meant to be my hype man, and nearly punched a little prick in the face 3 times.
What's that meant to be? That's not very good. You can do.
But I was like, you're meant to be me hype man, you stupid arsehole. Fucking prick.
Kids, honestly. How old is she?
9. She's 9 years old.
When they start getting like right little arseholes, isn't it? They start finding out their personality.
That's the problem. Good. She doesn't do everything I say anymore.
They know too much at that age, don't they?
Aye. Far too. I tell you what, though, I'd love. Can you tell me what 6'7" is? Have you heard of that yet?
No, my daughter's
7.
What the hell is it?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's very infuriating.
Tell us about it. I know.
I was in the middle of my set. I got in the middle of my set. I counted out loud and I went 6, 7, and she went 6, 7. I nearly put the dumbbells down and punched her.
But like, there's no matching. Like, there's no consistency with when it's said. Like, so what does it mean?
I don't know.
You can tell about old, can't you?
Era.
Fucking hell, I've turned into me dad. Kids these days. Oh.
It's another bloody phone.
You two have just fucking ruined me here with that. I didn't realize I was old. Here I'm wearing you can't see this on the podcast. I'm wearing an Obi Trice top, like a old school rapper. I feel young. No, I'm 42. Thanks for reminding us, girls. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, well, I'm a lot older than you too.
I'm out at this point. I've had a lovely time. Thank you. And he just came on the podcast and called the host old.
Oh, God.
Hey, well, if an apple's an apple.
Apples and apple. This was the last podcast they recorded together.
Yeah, we're done. Well, you know what? We're cousins, so she's not getting rid of us.
Stuck with each other. Like it.
Whether I like it or not. So, and if you weren't doing comedian work, what would you want to do when you grow up?
You know what? I wish I could sing. I wish I bloody love singing. I love a karaoke, and you don't have to write new material. You can just recycle all the old shit every time. Like, oh, here's my greatest hits. It would be a doddle. I've got to think of something new every fucking year. Like, I'd love to be a singer. But it turns out I'm a Loft installer. That's what I do. I do Loft conversions. Oh, and the best, like, I'm well known. I've said I pretend to shit myself. I used to go on the sick all the time in call centres. So all the lads told Jopper, don't take Anthony, he's an absolute liability. And he still took us on. He knew my situation. And you know what? I haven't had a single day off. And I did have the shits yesterday, and I still went into work. You're welcome, Sean. And I put it in, I graphed, and you know what? I really enjoy it, because in comedy, I've been a stay-at-home dad for 13 years. Well, 9 years with Emma, and I was just a full-time comic before that. So I was just in the house all day by myself, and the only person I was talking to was my wife, a couple of lads on Call of Duty at 9 o'clock, and then my daughter, when she come along. I go into work every day now, and we'll have crack. And you know what? I've missed it. And I'm bloody enjoying working again. It sounds stupid. Even if I start getting more gigs and work every weekend in comedy clubs, I think I'd still work for Sean, because I'm really enjoying the Loft conversions. Apex, if anyone wants one, by the way, I'll just dick about in your Loft all day, do TikToks and shit.
Maybe shitting yourself.
Access to the toilet would be appreciated, because not all the customers give it.
I'm telling you, it's that Manjaro that's giving me the shit.
Manjaro, it either constipates you or gives you the shits. There's no middle ground. There's no middle ground. We've just been doing a job in Heaton, and we've got a dumpy bag, which is a great word, outside with all we're rubbishing, so we didn't have a skip. So a dumpy bag full of rubbish, and we have the toilet outside, because on, like I say, some sites don't let we use their toilet, so we had an outdoor toilet. Now, the local homeless community must have been using the toilet, but it then got locked. The customer texted with this week, "Hi, Sean, you're going to have to do something about this. A homeless person's took a shit on the dumpy bag," right? So he's got to the toilet. It's locked. He's just dropped trousers and shat on my bag. Heaton, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Heaton.
Dirty guess.
Dirty.
This has just reminded me of a conversation I had with my partner the other night, right? Who remembers, right? Not that kind of conversation. Who remembers back in the 80s and the early 90s, right? When you used to walk along the street and find white dog shit? Whatever happened
Never see white dog shit.
Yeah.
They must have changed what they're eating. You never see white dog shit, do you? And it was hard, because as a kid you could pick it up. I'm just putting that out there. But it was always rock hard white dog shit. And then you try to give it to your friend as a treat.
What the hell were they feeding the dogs back in the 80s when they had white dog shit? Or was it just the car shitting?
Just ear shitting. Just white ear shitting dog shit. What happened to white dog shit? Let's find out. That's one of the first. Why don't you see white dog poo?
See,
it's one of life's big questions. I don't think it is. Imagine that you get to heaven and God's like, "You got any questions?" "Aye, mate, whatever happened to white dog shit?" That's not the question.
I am giving you material here, my man. I want that written down if it was Andrew's.
It's cooking bones. They used to put cooking bones in the meat, which turned the dog poo white, and now they don't put cooking bones in it anymore. You're welcome. You're learning on the podcast, everyone. You're welcome.
I actually thought it was tripe. Can you remember to cook tripe? They used to cook tripe for dogs back in the day.
Yeah.
Can you remember? I thought it was that.
Yeah.
What is tripe?
Lining of the stomach, I think, isn't it? Tripe.
I've never ate it. Same as haggis. I'm not a fan of haggis either. Just when you know what's in it. Weirdly, I love black pudding, but I'm okay for haggis.
Oh, I can't do black pudding either.
That was really good. In sync, the Perry's just like done the little. It was good. I like that.
Back in the day when there was white dogs shit on the floor and when the lights went on, you knew you had to go in for your tea.
You did, Oh, my kid, nobody plays out in the street anymore, do they?
Nah.
You don't see kids kicking a ball anymore or playing relieve all or knocking nine doors.
Knocking nine doors.
I'd love a kid. You can't play like everyone's got a fucking camera.
No.
He was at my door.
Just let him knock and run away, you daft prick. He just wants to play it. We used to play a game. Did you ever play this where you stood across the road, right, from each other, and as a car come, you went 1, 2, 3, and you pretended to pull a rope. Mate, the car drivers. If someone did that to me, I'd be fucking raging, but I'd also be a little bit proud. Nobody's doing shit like that anymore.
I used to love knocking nine doors.
It was so good, wasn't it?
Oh,
in Yorkshire, they call it knock a door, run, because you knock a door and run. But yeah, knocking nine doors in the northeast, isn't it? It's class.
Oh yeah,
isn't it? No, we're gonna have to teach me kids how to do that, aren't we?
Another game anymore. Damn that cat. My neighbour Johnny taught us this. He was from Durham, and you remember we used to have metal dustbin lids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Used to slam it off the person's back door, right, and then just shout "Damn that cat" and run away. And I never got to play that. I would fucking love to play that. Even now at 42, if someone's got a metal dustbin, they're getting it off their back door.
Oh, we're going
Damn
to
that cat.
we're going to you doing gossy, yeah? And we're going to
Angela, I know you meant Pink Lane Bakery, but you do realise Pink Lane in Newcastle was where all the prostitutes lived. Come on, Angela. You're better than that.
That was a Freudian slip, wasn't it?
It was. Angela is desperate to go to Pink Lane, everyone. Big fan.
Pink Lane Bakery.
That's how she affords to live in Gosford now.
Well, could you up your game and get a fucking loft conversion as well? That would be great. Just love the fact, Angela, where you're going, just Pink Lane.
Just
Bakery,
Pink Lane.
no.
What kind of Pink Lane?
Here comes the money.
Oh, God.
Oh, well, look, if they can afford a prostitute, look, on Pink Lane, they can afford to get the loft done.
You're right. I'll go and start
In this
advertising.
financial climate.
Hey, do you know what would be a great place to have sex with this prostitute? Your loft. Just get it converted, man.
I know a great company.
Big fan. Sean Jobson, big fan. Apex, can't recommend it enough. I'll do TikToks in your attic while you haven't. Never mind.
Let's record an ad. We'll just pop this in the middle.
Oh, brilliant. Oh. And then he choked on.
I hope Jobad does listen to this and then use it on as a radio ad. It's just, can you afford prostitutes? You can afford a loft conversion. Get yourself to Apex.
I want a patent look. It's my idea.
The original prostitute once paid. Well, imagine my surprise.
We'll put your face to it, Angela. Don't you worry.
I know the thing is, right, you cannot, because I'm a massage therapist and that's not good.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've literally just pulled my hammy playing football last night. Whereabouts in Gossie are you working? Because I need a deep tissue massage. I was literally just saying that to Sean this afternoon. I was pulling one of the floorboards out and it went again. I was like, I fucking need a massage. Get in, Angela. Where we're going?
Sorted. Pink Lane?
Pink Lane, Pink Lane.
Oh, I'll tell you later.
Okay. Because there's one on Gossie that I know is behind another bakery, the Lemon Tree over that way.
That's not me. That's not
It's
me.
a fucking good job. Because everyone leaves happy from that one.
I can imagine. I know exactly which one you're talking about. That's not me, look.
I'm not touching that one either. Just pointing out that my hammy hurts and now I'm rubbing it. I shouldn't have. It's hurting. Never mind. You know,
Especially for the video audience.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Yes, you'll have to DM us on.
I will do. I'll find out where it is because I do genuinely need a massage. I'm not even joking.
Not getting any better.
I'll I'll just end up laughing myself. Oh God, I've got a sweat on.
No, I'm absolutely boiling, but I can't take this off because I've got night one underneath.
Are you both just wearing jumpers as well?
I am cold. It's
You're meant to
October.
be Geordies.
She's down in Yorkshire, isn't she?
In Yorkshire
Oh,
with
my
long
God.
sleeve on. Put wood in all.
But Leeds. She's in Leeds.
Oh, I'm in Leeds this week and I'm doing the Hi-Fi Comedy Club in Leeds. It's
Oh,
nice
brilliant.
little gig actually. It's, you know what it is, like anything from Birmingham down over, they're not going to be listening, is a fucking hard gig to do. Because I've got to slow down my accent, speak like I'm David Attenborough. It's like, hello, it's nice to be here in London. It's shit, right? Anything north of that, like Leeds, Manchester, Liverpool, bang up for comedy. Always a good night. And Scotland's even better again, because Scotland are just Geordies with access to free drugs. That's all they are. I'm a big fan of Scotland. And I'm north of Hadrian's Wall. So technically back in the day, I'd have been Scottish. Just I don't get the free drugs. I've got to pay for my cocaine. And it's a night.
Oh, shit.
You got a pink lane for it.
Galloping Lane. Cocaine, the shag, can't recommend it enough. Big fan.
And a happy ending. It's really good way for me.
And now you've got to come back to Gosforth for that, though. That's no good. Knocking at Angela's door.
I'm telling you, I'm going to get a bad name after this.
You know what? See, this is perfect because Anthony, I've got Angela recorded an advert that I'm going to put in for a massage business. I'm so going to put it in this episode.
That needs to go in. 100% needs to go in. And just do a little jingle that she doesn't know about, going like happy ending, like just right at the end.
Do you suffer from aches, pains, chronic conditions such as headaches, migraines, MS, ME, fibromyalgia, or even menopause? Or perhaps you're feeling anxious, fatigued, and stressed? Or just want a little bit of me time? Then why not book a massage, reflexology, Indian head, or even an aromatherapy massage? Get some quality me time back. Book now via DM or Instagram and follow my page at Angela's Massage Therapy. And if you mention Geordie Pride podcast when booking, you receive a 10% discount on your first visit. Hope to see you soon.
I get
Brilliant.
enough of them phone calls as it is, and I've got to keep telling this up. All the time.
What are they that blasé? They're just like, will you wank us off? Like, how do they approach that
blasé.
subject?
Just blasé.
Oh, that's mad. That's where my shyness comes in. I couldn't do that. I couldn't just be like, all right, mate, wank us off. Like, never in a month of Sundays. My mom's literally just walked past the doors. I've said that as well. Eyeballing us.
Like, what kind of podcast are you on?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Carol.
What the
Just in
hell?
the middle of a recording a podcast. Fuck off.
It's like, where you going? You'll come off here and she'll say to you, where you going for a happy ending?
You know, you came in for a fucking chat, the mad fuck. Not with her strokes. Not the amount of strokes she's had. You'll never understand it.
Different type of stroke.
She's thinking it's hereditary. Just like, oh, you want a stroke as well?
I know what type of stroke, though. Not the medical kind.
Oh,
I can't breathe. Oh.
that's.
Oh, I'm laughing
So
that hard. The vein in my head's coming up.
Oh.
I'm like Megatron.
Are you rubbing another vein? Come on, Angela. You need to stop it. Just wind it in, will you? Crikey. Rubbing them at work, rubbing them on the podcast. Christ.
I'm just showing you
just
my
can't
vein.
stop it.
Look at that. I've got a massive vein in my head. We're laughing.
Good luck fucking editing this, by the way.
I know. I was just thinking exactly the same. Hey, do you know what? It's
Oh.
going out as it is.
That's
Pure-
all right.
pure-
I'm not a big editor, like.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Hey, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Right. Should we do our quick fire question, Dan?
yes, I think
before we
so. Because
start.
I kind of keep talking about happy endings, especially given what I
No.
just.
I think we've lost that. We've lost track now. We'll be.
Oh.
We'll end with the happiest of endings with the quick fire questions. Let's go.
Right, who's going first, Haley?
Go on, you go.
Right. Oh, let's pick a good one. Let's have a look.
I've just seen one of them where the answer would be perfect for it, but yes, let's go.
David Geordie saying a word.
Go again, because you've went robotic again just for a split second.
Here we go. What's your favourite Geordie word or saying?
I love I. And even if I'm in group messages, I'll always like, oh, way I, and I'll write it out. I just think it's so easy, and it's the most Geordie thing in the world. Just I.
Aye.
I love it.
It's fun. That reminded me of I forget who it was. Pete just sent it to me last night, but it was a comedian talking about the Geordie Wales song, and it was someone doing like loads of Geordie like sounds and going, I can. It had me cracked up. I can't remember who it was. Oh, I'm gonna have to have a look at that. Oh, it was Al Murray. That was it. Yeah, so
right.
Geordie Wales song. Yeah, it reminded me of that. You just say like loads of Geordie words in a Wales song to 1 or 3.
It would work. I'm going to search that myself. I do like Al Murray, so I'm going to search that myself.
Hey, we're giving you all this material, mind, Dan. I hope you're producing your show, mind.
You'll not be getting any credit or finances from it, I can assure you of that, Angela. But there's some shit definitely going to fucking make it.
Oh, brilliant. Right. One place every visitor should go to see the real Northeast.
Oh, it's a good question. I heard you ask Karen that as well, and I didn't even fucking think of an answer.
Don't say Pink Lane.
No. Pink Lane Bakery. I reckon the Sluice. I reckon Seaton Sluice. I love Seaton Sluice. I love the harbour. I love the King's Arms. I illegally scattered both my dad and my granddad's ashes down at a thingy garden. So they're down there. Fuck you, North Tyneside Council. Comedy's not going well enough for me to pay your fucking licenses. So because my dad and my granddad's, I'll go with the Sluice. I love it.
Oh, that's nice.
Next one. Oh, what's your go-to order at Greg's?
Greg's, not so much since I'm on the Monjaro, but on Saturday night when I was drunk, I went with a steak bake and a sausage roll. They want me to. That was pissed as well, so that's definitely my go-to. That's what I had.
What about dessert?
Oh, I think the one where you can't say it without sounding a bit weird, the Yum Yum. I'm a big fan of the Yum Yum.
I love Yum Yum.
So yeah, I'm going to go Yum Yum.
Slapper.
Yeah, it always gets to this point in the night where we make ourselves hungry. Right. I've lost my place. So, who would you most like to listen to on the show? A perfect Geordie Pride guest?
Oh, that is a good question. I think the perfect guest would be tried his hand at comedy, done a bit of singing, done sitcoms, and is famous for Alfreda's Impet. I'm going to go with Tim Healy.
Yeah.
Love Tim Healy. I've had stories for days.
Imagine.
And he done that character on Benidorm as well. The cross-dresser. Like, he's just got such an array of talent. See, Andy's son's famous. His ex-wife's famous. He'd have the stories for you. Yeah.
He would, wouldn't he?
Aye.
Yeah.
I reckon you could get him that. He does like Windows adverts, doesn't he? Yeah, get yourself down at Felix Windows and shit. All else going on, just give him a shout.
You want an orangery?
That's it, it was an orangery, wasn't it? Aye, exactly. Throw him 20 quid, it sounds like you'd fucking do it.
20 quid.
And have a happy ending.
Oh, yeah.
But he's got to be dressed as the female. He's got to be dressed as the female from Benidorm for it.
That would mix it up.
So confusing.
Right, I think this is the last one, isn't it? What makes you proud to be from the Northeast?
Oh, it's a bloody good question, that. I think having everything at my doorstep, I don't think there's anywhere else, and I'm going to say in the world, never mind England, like it. Where I live, in just outside of Cramlington and Burradon, I am 20 minutes, if that, away from Seton Sluice, from Delaval, from Tynemouth. I'm 20 minutes from one of the best city centres in the world, Newcastle. A little bit further, you've got the Metro Centre, and then I'm 20 minutes away from Northumberland National Parks and Dark Sky Territory. There's nowhere else in the world you can, in a day, you can go to a busy city centre, have chips by the sea, and then finish it off in the dark skies territory of Northumberland Park.
Yeah.
How it's the best place in the world. Just even saying it makes us proud of that. Yeah, that I'm good. I was going to say Newcastle United, but that.
Well, of course, Newcastle United. That's a given, isn't it?
Aye, everyone's gonna. That's the thing. Everyone's gonna go on football. Even Karen went football, and I was like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna go different. Just how everything's just so accessible for the Geordies. Everything's anything you could possibly want is there. It's meant.
Oh, so true though, isn't it? It's like I miss it so much, and that's probably the reason. It's like just having the coast so close, and like I love the city of Newcastle. Like Leeds is good, but like you just cannot beat Newcastle, I think. And then
your one-way system's dog shit, by the way, Leeds.
awful. I've been stuck in that so many times.
Oh,
Fucking hate
They
it.
are.
What makes me proud to be a Geordie is there's no one-way system in Newcastle, actually. You know what I mean? Keep that up, Newcastle Tyneside Council.
Definitely. Was that all of them now, Angela? We've done them all.
Yeah.
You have? Wow. Good. Super. So before we say goodbye, Anthony, which I don't want to because I'm having such a funny time, I can't breathe with laugh. I thought this is probably one of the funniest interviews I think I've been able to. I think I've just laughed through most of it. Is there anything that you want to share to everybody? You've talked, you're going to be in Leeds this weekend, and you're touring with Carl at the moment. Is there any other activities that you've got going on?
Nah, you know what? I didn't come on this podcast with anything to share other than just have a bit crap we used to. I've got nothing to plug at all, really. If you want a Loft conversion, give us a shout. That's about it, really. I mean, or if you can do as a massage with a happy ending, give us a shout for that. Other than that, I'm married.
I think these ads are going to be fabulous.
Oh, I'm going to have so many phone calls after this.
And they're all about the happy ending. That's the question.
No,
all anyone wants to know, Angela. It's all they want to know.
Oh, brilliant. So where can we follow you on socials, Anthony? I know you're on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm Anthyoung83 on everything. Your TikToks, your Instas. Anthyoung on Facebook. I'll take anyone as a friend. I'm weird. Mainly because all I do is ever plug me Monjaro code. I sign up fatties and I make money. Job's a good one. It's class. And that jokes aside, that that genuinely, and this isn't even me plugging me code, to go from 20 stone to like in the 11 stone bracket changed my life completely. Like I'm going to live longer to see my daughter. I just share a lot of videos about my weight loss journey more than comedy at the minute because I'm very proud of that. So yeah, Anthyoung83 on the socials.
Bloody hell, I can't imagine losing that much weight. That's like a full person. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's me mum, and when I lose her, I get a 3-bedroom house. But at the minute, all I've got is a bit of loose skin.
Oh, honestly.
Oh, poor Anthony's mum.
Carol's a pain in the arse. I love her, but she's a big pain in the arse. Love her.
Love you, Carol. Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you so much for coming on and just, well, I suppose we've had like a
I think
comedy
so.
show.
I've had a great time.
Thank you. I've lost about like 9 stone just laughing.
Honestly, girls, I've had a great time, and I love because I done my research. I listened to the podcast before I come on, and I just love the fact there's no fucking flow to it. It's just do whatever you want, and I've had the best time. So thank you very much.
Thanks so much for listening. If you've enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support Geordie Pride further, then don't forget to subscribe, share it with others, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. To catch all the latest from us, you can follow us on Instagram @Geordie Pride. Until next time, keep that Geordie Pride shining bright.